I think I had the gift of time to sort of envision it, think it out. Not everybody has that gift of time. And, I learned after finding you guys with Courageous Parents Network, what I had been feeling all these years was really anticipatory grief. I had been grieving the anticipation of his loss for 15 years, really, because he wasn't even supposed to survive. And so all those years, I carried with me this thing in the pit of my stomach everywhere I went, everything I did, every moment of every day. I wondered, is today the day? What will happen? How is it going to go? How will he die? I don't know. I know he will, but I don't know how. And that was so helpful, putting that term with the feeling I had all those years. And I really thought that the moment he took his last breath, I would stop holding my breath, because I realized I was holding my breath that whole time because that's what you do. You live in this like anxious state all that time because you just don't know what's going to happen next. And I literally thought I would just exhale and let it all out. And that's not what happened. I am learning that I think the exhale is a slow process. It isn't happening overnight, but it's happening in like the things we couldn't do before that now we can do. And just taking those steps and being hopeful for the future. And like I said, doing those small things that families, take for granted that we couldn't do. We could not come and go as we please. We couldn't take a vacation. All those things changed for us in that moment. And it was like, just taking those steps and doing those things is part of the exhale for me of like, okay, we can breathe again. Every move we make doesn't have to be so difficult anymore. And that is not how I thought it would go. I really thought I would just let it all out, but it's in the doing, really. That's what I'm finding out.
You're living into this new part of your life.
Yes.
Which you have never had.
Right.
Ever. Sam made you a mom, and that's all you ever knew.
Yep. Right. And we're finding out too, and it's only been a couple months since he's been gone, and I used to sort of be jealous of families that could come and go and do what they want and not have to think about, oh, you have to get a nurse if you want to leave, or whatever needed to happen, the major coordination that always had to happen. And we're now living in that, and I am coming and going as I please, and I said to Josh the other day, I go, why am I so busy? I go, I'm exhausted. I'm like, what? I was way busier before. I had to take care of Sam too, but I was home more because I had to be home with him. And now I'm like, maybe the coming and going isn't what I always thought I wanted. Maybe he really taught us that this being here is the best place to be. And so I'm finding my way in that too. Like, it's this newfound freedom, but maybe that's not really what I want after all. You have to find the balance in it, but it's fresh. It's new. I'm just trying to have grace for myself on that one. So we'll navigate it and figure it out. I had hoped that, everything we went through in Sam's life could be turned into something positive and useful and good. And I do think that's a choice that you make to do that. And so I hope I can do that. Just surviving it. I hope that's an inspiration to people, just to go, okay, she's not flat on the ground. She survived it. And like I said, ask me in a year how I feel, because this is so new for us, that I don't think I'm in denial. I said to Josh, I go, I know that's like the first phase. Am I in denial? And he goes, I don't think so. And I honestly think that that anticipatory grief, I thought it was a curse, but I really now think it was a gift. Um, I worked through the big parts of grief before he was even gone. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to feel sad anymore. I was sad a very long time. And I am going to be 40 next year, and I think I could easily have half of my life left. I really, if I have control over that, I don't want to be in that place anymore. I want to move on and feel freedom and happiness and, you know, and hope for the future. So, but I think it's a choice. And sometimes grief is funny. It does hit you out of nowhere and you are sad. But overall, I want to have it be positive, I guess.